How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to my Fulham FIFA 17 Career Mode. This is episode 5, I believe now, and yeah, in the last episode didn't go too well for us. Unfortunately we lost out to Southampton in the EFL Cup second round. Took it to a penalty shootout, but just wasn't meant to be. We then picked up a point against Blackburn Rovers, but the real story of that was Callas picked up an injury. Turned out it was 3 months, which is a long time for us, as he's been one of our best players as well. We approached deadline day, not a lot happened, a couple of big signings elsewhere in other leagues, but not a lot happened for us. But we did pick ourselves up Aaron Lewis from Swansea as a backup right back, sort of a reserve right back as it were, because we do only have Fredericks as our other right back for the next 3 months, so I just wanted a little bit of backup just in case. So that's all good stuff. Anyway, we've moved on, we are now in September, and really we need to start picking up some victories in the league, so let's advance to our first game. So then, our first game is going to be against Birmingham. They are currently 16th and we are 14th, so... Also, apologies guys, I just realised I didn't show the league table at the end of the last episode, which I usually do. But you can quickly see it here that Fulham, we are currently sat in 14th on 6 points. I'll definitely make sure to have an in-depth league review at the end of this episode. Anyway, first game against Birmingham, they are currently sat below us by 2 positions and only 2 points, so we definitely need to win there. We need to start winning as well. We're struggling down in 14th position, and 3 days later as well we have a game against Burton Albion, so fixtures coming thick and fast, as Wales have offered us a job, which is very bizarre, but we don't want it. And a comment in a couple of videos ago was that Hector Villalba, we should scout him. We've also been scouting Lazara. I don't know if I showed him before, but he looks really, really good. Only worth 2.9 million as well. Currently a 72 rated for a 20-year-old. He looks pretty solid. We've been skating Villalba, as suggested by you guys. He's 74 rated, 3.9 million value and a 10.5k budget. He's recently arrived at San Lorenzo as well, but those stats are incredible. Quite an expensive player, but if we get promoted to the Premier League next season, we should be able to pick him up. Obviously, we couldn't sign him this season anyway because he has just arrived at San Lorenzo. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's jump into the game against Birmingham. Now then guys, this is the team that we're going to be starting against Birmingham. It's the standard team, obviously, but Fredericks coming in over on the right hand side. We're going to be sticking with Iheanacho for now, even though he's not been performing for us so far. Martin is going to take a rest. He's going to be on the bench as a super sub anyway. If we look into the reserves, unfortunately, right back Callas is down there. And Lewis has already actually grown a level. He's already a 60 rated, which is really, really awesome. Now then, guys, something I want to quickly point out, and perhaps I need your help with. Now, I've been playing career mode for quite a long time, so I should know what I'm doing. But I've noticed, I don't know if it's just a glitch or anything, or something that I've done, but when I start a game, and I don't know if you've noticed as well, it automatically defaults it into defensive. I'll show you at the start of this game as to what I mean, but as you can see here, I don't know if it's just me, or have I missed something, but I can't find any setting that says I've made it start in defensive. Everything looks normal. I don't know what it is. I don't want to start playing around with this because I've never really played around with it. So that means I haven't done anything to it, but somehow it starts in defensive every game. I'll show you at the start of this game. If any of you guys know how I can change that, please do drop a comment in the comment section below. That would be really, really helpful. Anyway, let's jump into the match. Okay, so just a little bit of confirmation of what I was saying earlier. We are up there in 14th. Birmingham are there below us down in 16th and only 2 points behind us. So we really, really need to pick up a win here today. And something I think I probably mentioned at the end of the last episode, we are the lowest scoring team. Only scored 2 goals along with Wigan. One of them was against Blackburn. The other one, I'm not sure who it was against. Must have been in that victory that we picked up. Obviously, that was obviously when we scored the other goal. But anyway, enough of that. Let's just jump straight into the game. And I'll quickly show you, once the graphic at the bottom has gone and the players' names come up, if I hit left or right to bring up my tactics, you can see it's already in defensive mode, and I'd have to press across twice obviously to move it over into balance. So obviously I've done something, don't know what it is, and I really don't like playing on defensive. Usually if I'm playing sort of my normal career mode, which, you know, with whoever, sort of my casual career mode, I always start most games attacking. That's kind of my style of play. I'm not doing it with this because I'm not comfortable with Fulham. Obviously it's different. I'm just trying to test the waters a little bit, so I'm starting unbalanced every game. But if I don't remember, I have to start on defensive. That's not really how I play, and it's starting to get annoying a little bit. So if any of you guys can tell me how I can change that, I'd really much appreciate it. I've looked in the tactics of the team sheets. I thought maybe I'd done something, but I couldn't find anything that I've pressed. So unless I've missed something, please let me know in the comments below and I'll get it sorted. But enough of that, because early pressure in 10 minutes. Also, I'm playing on 5 minutes and a half. Hope you guys are liking that. I'm going to stick with it for now. But there we go. We're 10 minutes in and we've won ourselves a free kick. Now, question is, have we got a left footer who can strike a free kick? Sonny Aluko. In fact, quite a few of our players can. We've got Aluko as an option. We've also got Kearney, who has a lot more power. Because this is a bit more close range, we're going to go with Aluko as the game completely freezes out. I need to hurry up here, otherwise it's going to take it. Where is Aluko? There he is. Right, we're going to get Aluko on this. We're going to try and whip a ball in. It's Sonny Aluko. Oh, and it's 1-0. Perfect. Just what we wanted. Sonny Aluko, he's going to run over to the fans, onto the advertising board to do some celebration. There we go. By the way, guys, that new celebration of running to the advertising board, just literally run up. And also, I've noticed if you hold... Now, I'm not 100% confirming this, but if you hold your right stick in a direction, they'll do a different celebration on the advertising board. But I think it also depends on the player as to what celebrations they can do. And I've seen some interesting celebrations, believe it or not. But anyway, a fantastic free kick from Sonny Aluko. I think he should be our free kick masters, especially from the left-hand sides as well. Beautiful left-footed into the top corner. Keeper had no chance. 1-0. Let's crack on. This is great play here. Piazon. Back to Aluko. Here's Cabano. Through ball. Iheanacho! I mean, obviously he was going to miss, wasn't he? Because, you know, his terror shooting is terrible. Should have at least got that on target. He just volleyed it straight over the bar. That's just absolutely ridiculous. To Iheanacho. That's nice. His assist is great. Aluko's through on goal. I think it's going to be a free kick, but that has to be a red card, surely. We're only 17 minutes in. Ryan Shotton has brought down Aluko through on goal. Last man. It's going to be a red card. Come on, referee. Don't let me down. There we go. Red card it is. So, I mean, I think that's kind of the end of the game, to be quite honest. We are absolutely on fire here against Birmingham. And they've now picked up a red card. They're already 1-0 down. We've got another free kick for Aluko to take. Very close. I think that's almost in the box as well, guys. That was very close. But they've got to play with 10 men for 70-odd minutes or so. They're going to make a substitution as well, which is quite bizarre. Do I need to sign a new goalkeeper? Let me know what your thoughts are about goalkeepers. And if you have any suggestions as well. I mean, he is only, I think he's 69 rated, so I'd really like to get a 70 rated keeper in. But, you know, that's for another day. As it falls to Cabano, who's going to hit it and force a corner. There is going to be time for the corner. 4 minutes to go until half-time. It's a good shot by Cabano. But as a referee, it blows for half-time. Brilliant, brilliant performance. We are very unlucky not to capitalise, but 10 minutes in, running down, managed to get ourselves a free kick. Aluko puts it away, 1-0. 20 minutes in, Aluko is now through on goal. Ryan Shotton, I believe it was, who came in and chopped him down. Very close to being a penalty. Was a free kick, but also a red card. So they were down to 10 men. Couldn't capitalise on that free kick. And that was pretty much it for the first half. We didn't really make any more opportunities on the 10 men. Birmingham don't have many chances going forward. So half time, it's Fulham 1, Birmingham City 1. It's an effort from Birmingham. They've come back into it in the second half, as it's a near post corner, and Donaldson goes down under the challenge of Cabano. It falls for Cadiz, I believe it was, in the end, and it's going to fizzle out. It's going to be a goal kick. Perfect. We're in control a little bit of this game, so ball's going to go out of play there for our throw, and it is, which gives us the opportunity to make a couple of substitutions. I'm going to take Aluko off because he's been quality, and I want him as fit as possible for the next game, so we'll bring Martin on. I'm also going to bring Parker on for Piazon, just to add some defensive-minded player in midfield. 10 minutes left. Nicely done from Martin. He goes down. He's going to get back up. Kearney goes down. What is it with their tackles here? What are they doing? Referee, that's another disgusting challenge. This time it's from Grounds, who had, I think, Birmingham's only effort on goal here so far. He's going to pick up a yellow card, but not sure what they're up to. Before we take this free kick, we are going to make a substitution. And we're going to bring Malone on. Doesn't get a lot of game time, so we'll give him 7 or so minutes here against Birmingham. As Son Aluko there. Now, he's saying Son. I prefer to say Son Aluko. It just sounds a little bit better. He's picked up man of the match here. Parker's going to rifle this one from long range. Oh, what a goal that is from Scotty Parker. Doesn't play much, but that is a fantastic goal. And run over to those Fulham fans there. Not a Craven Cottage, but hey, we like to call it Craven Cottage for now. Beautiful, beautiful goal. There is the 2-0 victory. End of the game, really. That is cracking. And Parker can hit them. That's why he's in the team, you know. Doesn't start because he doesn't offer that much. But what a shot that is. That is brilliant. I mean, no keeper in the world is going to save that. What an effort that is from Scotty Parker. That is goal of the series so far. I mean, that's hit the post as well and gone in. Just absolutely unbelievable. Maybe a little bit fortunate, but you know what a strike that is from Scotty Parker. That's pretty much game over, and we're going to pick up 2 goals to improve our goal tally. Perfect start to the episode. And there we go, that is going to be full time. A solid performance. The free kick from Aluka in the first half to give us the lead, then goes down 10 minutes later just on the edge of the area, and the Birmingham defender Ryan Shotton picks up a red card. That was pretty much game over from then on. But just to round things off, Scotty Parker with a screamer in the 90th minute to seal the game for us. A solid performance from us here. Pick up the 3 points which were much needed, and it's finished Fulham 2, Birmingham City 0. Just before we go, guys, let's see this again, because this was absolutely fantastic. What a strike that is from Scotty Parker. I could watch that all day long. What a... It's just brilliant. I literally have no words for that. I think the second camera does it justice, but this camera angle as well, that's absolutely fantastic. Anyway, we've picked up 2-0. Let's just get over that and move on, because we've got to think about our next game, and that is going to be against Burton Albion. Now, it's pretty much straight after this game. And do you know what, guys? I'm going to give Scotty Parker the start. I know I do that occasionally, but after that effort, if he's not too tired, because he only played about 8 minutes or so, there's Kevin McDonald, not really getting into the team. Not too happy about that. That win has lifted us to 9th. A little bit of training before the game. I'll go and sort the team out for Burton Albion, and I'll see you there. Okay then, guys. So the team going out against Burton Albion is going to look like this. Iheanacho is going to have to take a break for Martin. Unfortunately, taking a Luke off was a good decision because he has some good fitness. Aite looking a little bit tired as well, so we shall bring on Cavana. Aite is obviously going to hit the bench though, because we need him. Cabano, the more tired out of between him and Piers, and although had a solid game. So Scotty Parker, after scoring the wonder strike, is also going to get him. McDonald there, who's asked for a game. He can come onto the bench. Cabano can take a break for a bit. He's been firing on all cylinders, so just going to relax a little bit. And I think that is pretty much going to be the team. Fredericks potentially could do the break. I don't want to go for it too much. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to I'll give new signing Lewis a bench spot for now. Kearney's okay with fitness, although actually Sacco can actually get involved, I think, here. Where is he? He can actually come to the bench. Aite can actually take a break because he is quite tired. Kearney can hit the bench, and Saka can take his spot. That's going to be the game for against Burton Albion. Let's get into it. So it is another home game. Court Lane, not quite the home that we'd dreamed of, but we've just picked up a solid win here 3 days ago. So the team are back, the fans are back. It's an evening game, a nice little atmosphere here as we welcome Burton Albion. So then let's see if we can capitalise on the 3 points picked up here 3 days ago against Birmingham City. Fredericks through. Martin early on. 1-0. Where has this form come from? We are scoring goals left, right and centre. It's 1-0 Fulham inside the 7th minute. Chris Martin has come into the team for this game. Aluko has dropped to the bench, obviously, following his... Aluko started. Iheanacho has dropped to the bench following A, his poor form, but B, he played obviously against Birmingham the 90 minutes. This was brilliant. Fredericks doing what Callas really was doing for us at the start of the season and filling in nicely. He's found himself in a central position and an advanced position. He's played through Martin. No one's picked up his run. Martin's slotted that home. It's 1-0. Things are looking rosy at the moment. Hopefully having Parker in the team this time. Oof, as that comes off the head. It's going to be another corner for Burton, but hopefully having Parker in the team is going to allow for us to sort of control the defensive midfield sides of things. But so far, Burton are on the attack looking for an equaliser. They've got another corner. And now they have a penalty. What? Sacco has been penalised. I know I was a little bit quiet there. Hopefully I'll leave it in to show you what happened. I do apologise for not really commentating, but it was just a process of corners. over and over again. It looks like it's been given for handball as well. I can tell by the little cutscene it does here. It was just a series of corners from Burton Albion. That one was just trying to get it away, and for some reason Sacco has been penalised. Anyway, we're going to have to move on from that because Bevan, who has been lively for Burton so far, is going to step up. He's going to tuck it away. Not great at saving penalties so far, and unfortunately conceding one here. Burton Albion have equalised. That's a little bit of a shame because we were starting to pick up some momentum here, and we don't want to be dropping silly points like this. It was a poor penalty to give away. I'm not saying it's completely my fault. I think the game, not really sure what it's given there as to why it's a penalty. But it is a penalty, and it's a shame because, you know, we've got the momentum from the win against Birmingham. We started off bright here with a goal. Unfortunately, now we've been pinned back. It's 1-1, but, you know, it makes for an exciting game. But we've got to go back now and try and pick up those 3 points again. So, let's go straight away. Cavana, what can he do with it? He could get a ball in. Martin's there, going to try the fancy flick. Whistle's gone. And it's another foul on me, you know. And it's a yellow card as well. That is absolutely ridiculous, referee. I've literally just tried to bicycle kick it. Or, I think it was a bicycle kick. And he's given me a foul. I mean, you know, okay, I'll take the foul because it doesn't matter because nothing happened. But to actually book him for that as well is absolutely ridiculous. So, some poor refereeing decisions here. First of all, the penalty for Burton for literally nothing. I think it was probably for handball, which I obviously had no control over. And there's another bloody handball here. I'm actually getting really frustrated now. Burton have got another free kick. And so, you know, to actually give him a yellow card for trying a bicycle kick. I'm sorry, ref. I didn't realise that that was illegal. You know. Anyway, I'm going to try and calm down a little bit. Otherwise, because we're going to end up conceding here in a minute. So let's just focus, let's regather our thoughts, and let's just try and pick up the 3 points, which is what we need. Scott Parker's not going to be allowed to do anything with it. Referee has had a terrible half, I believe. I'm going to be blaming the ref for this one here, but it's half-time. It was a great start from us, you know, we really controlled the game, we were really bright, and we tucked away an effort from Martin in about 6 minutes or so. Fortunately, Burton got a series of corners, and we tried to clear one of them, ended up not clearing it really, and then I think it was Sacco who gave away the handball. They got themselves a penalty, which they tucked away nicely. We then got booked for trying a bicycle kick, which is just the worst decision I've ever seen. So Martin picks up a yellow card. And that is it. That is half-time, and it's going to be Fulham 1, Burton Albion 1. Aluko still looking for the victory. It's fallen. Pierson's in the box. Referee, that's a push. That's going to be a penalty to us. Now, a couple of choices here. I could bring Iheanacho on to take the penalty, and I'm seriously considering it, but the fact that he has not been on form at the moment, and it's 1-1, and we really need to score that, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to make a substitution, because we're 65 minutes into the game. I'm not going to bring on Iheanacho just yet. I'm going to take Pierson off, and I'm going to bring on... Let's bring on Yozabed. Iheanacho actually needs to rest up anyway. So, in terms of who takes this penalty, I'm feeling Scotty Parker. We'll have a look at their stats. It was Pierson who won it, but obviously he's now come off the pitch. Stuart Bevan also comes off the pitch. He's been probably Burton's best player. He makes way for Jamie Ward. Chris Martin has stepped up to take it. We're just going to quickly make the substitution. Let's have a quick look. I need someone to knock this back. 77, 74 Aluko. I think Parker's stats aren't actually that great. I think it's got to be Aluko. You know, he has been one of our best players so far. So we're going to let Sonny Aluko take this to put us in the lead. Just about does it. He gets the goal. Sonny Aluko, 2-1 to Fulham. Not quite sure what that celebration is all about, but there you go. Weren't the best of penalties. But Jesus Christ, wow. Sorry there, but, you know, that was absolutely unbelievable. It's right in the top of the corner. Well, not in the top corner, right in the roof of the net, which is where it had to be, top of the goal, because the keeper did dive the right way. I think we were actually fortunate that we didn't put it in the corner, because I think he'd have probably saved it if it had actually gone in the corner, as mad as that sounds. Anyway, we've managed to get ourselves in front now. Oh, it's a nice play. Substitute. Oh, he scored. He's actually scored. I've thrown my controller on the floor. You know, this game is quite frustrating at times. I'm sure he's just come on the pitch. It was Adrian Marin. I believe that was the substitute. He's equalised. I have no words for that goal at all. Let's just move on. We need to win this game. We will now bring Iheanacho on because we need a goal. We won't bring Iheanacho on, he's just not up to it. We'll bring McDonald on. Apparently he wants some game time. Parker's done well. He hasn't scored another screamer, which was a shame. But, you know, we need to do something here. Really not playing that well. Sacco. Martin. There's just not much space here. It's fallen. Martin! Oh, he's missed it. He can't be missing them. We can't win this. It's not going to be enough time. That's a really, really frustrating game. And I'm sorry if, you know, if I sound like proper salty, but everything that happened in that match was just absolute AIDS. I mean, you know, we scored 2 great goals and we deserved to win 2-0. Okay, our penalty was also maybe a little bit soft, but it was definitely a penalty. And it was a really good penalty in the end. Aluko took that away really nicely and we managed to, you know, go back ahead. But, you know, their penalty in the first half was ridiculous. Booking me for that bicycle kick, I've now mentioned it like 6,000 times now, but that was also ridiculous. And then their equaliser, it wasn't bad, but, you know, it was just poor defending really from me. I just couldn't handle it. So, anyway, that's the end of the game. A game that we really should have won. So, you know, not really 1 point gained, it's 2 points lost, as the saying goes. It's finished at 90 minutes full time. It's Fulham 2, Burton Albion 2. You can see it there. Let's see what this says, Fulham's new hero. Sales of shirts with the name Saka will be surely rocketing since the arrival at Fulham. With a number of good performances recently, Hadi Saka must have made his name the first on the team sheet. Okay, not sure what they've been reading, but no. We'll do this game and then we will have a look at some of the shirt sales actually, because they're quite interesting. Okay then, so for the game against Wigan, we're just going to start with a standard starting level. I am going to play Iheanacho for this game because Martin, although he had a good game, he does need a little bit of a rest and, you know, still didn't get a victory, so we're going to mix it up a little bit. I don't know whether to change anything at the back. Fredericks is actually starting to look a little bit tired. I'm not sure, you know, if Lewis is up to the tricks. He's only 18 years old. Wow, he's quite tall as well. High, medium, he's quite similar. Fredericks did get man of the match last time out, and those stats are quite good. Now Lewis has a little bit more strength. You know, we've got to do it. We've got to be bold here. You know, we still didn't pick up the victory against Burton Albion, even though Fredericks played really well. So I don't see really much harm in changing it about a little bit. So we're going to give Lewis his game, which, you know, I think we're definitely missing Callas. Although Fredericks is kind of picking up the slack a little bit, and he's being able to provide what Callas was being able to provide. There's just something about it. So Wigan actually really struggling at the moment. Down in 21st place, they've only picked up 1 victory. This is a game that we need to win. You know, we should have won against Burton Albion. Really, really should have won. I'm not going to go on about it anymore. But we have to win this game. I think it's another home game, is it? Oh, no. I believe it's an away game. But there you go, player debut. 300,000 arrived from Swansea, the 18-year-old Welsh player Aaron Lewis. See how he does today. It's a big opportunity for this young lad. We are indeed away to Wigan, although it's basically still home because Wigan Stadium isn't on the game either. And we know what happened last time we started conceding loads of corners. It's another set piece, and it's poorly defended, and it's Adam Buxton, I do believe his name is. There's absolutely nobody marking him. I just, you know, I don't really like to say a lot when it's Jake Buxton. I do apologise. I don't really like to say a lot when the opposition score, unless it's a really good goal. And for things like that, when it's terrible, I'm not saying it's not a good goal from Wigan's point of view, but, you know, it's just terrible defending, and we should be dealing with that. And that's something, you know, I find in FIFA, particularly this year. My defending has never been a good strong point on FIFA, but this year I'm actually struggling quite a lot in terms of defending well. You know, not all the time, but certain situations, things like that. That is a nice ball. Aluko, he's got to get on the end of this. He has. He's done well. It's Sonny. Aluko! It's a good save by Adam Bogdan in goal. The on loan Liverpool goalkeeper, or did we sell him? I can't actually quite remember. Wasn't the best of efforts from Aluko. Probably not the right shot choice from me. But it was a good ball over, and it was a little good attack there. We've got ourselves a corner here. That's a nice ball in. Cabano, he's there again with his header. That's 2 in, I think, 2 episodes now of Bolt recorded. I can't remember. But Cabano has just knocked in another goal with his head, and he is absolutely brilliant for us. He's, you know, one of my favourite players so far. He manages to pick up that equaliser. It looks like we were dead and buried for the half, and we were going to go in behind. But Cabano is there again. It's a great header. It's 1-1, I should say. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Niskins Cabano. I think it was Aite, who I said was having a quiet couple of episodes, but he's been good in this game so far. He's stood out so far in this match here against Wigan, and Cabano manages to find himself right on the stroke of half time. He's found himself an equaliser. That surely shifted momentum in our favour. Now the question is, as the referee does call for half time, the question is, can we go out in the second half and pick up a victory? So that is half time then, guys. It was a good start from Wigan and they picked up that early goal. We then had to really concentrate to try and get ourselves back into the game. And to be quite honest, off the back of nothing really, Aluko did have that one-on-one opportunity. It was Jake Buxton who gave Wigan the lead inside 12 minutes. Aluko did have that one-on-one opportunity who couldn't quite capitalise. We managed to get a corner from it, that was about it. But apart from that, right towards the dead of the half, Cabano manages to pick himself up that equaliser. So that's half time. Wigan 1, Fulham 1. Let's jump into the second half. We're very close to the playoffs earlier, but that point that we picked up in the end against Burton has dropped us back down. It's very tight, it's still early days, but we need to start winning some games. Now Kieni can help us do that because he can play it across, and it's Iheanacho. He's finally grabbed himself a goal. Kelechi Iheanacho, those aren't our fans. Let's not go. Oh, okay, too late. He's going over there. But Iheanacho, yeah, they look happy. No, don't do that. That's such a bad celebration. Like, come on, man. You're just showing off in front of the actual Wigan fans there. That is ridiculous. But you know, you'd get bottled for that if you did that in real life. Another interesting comment there, guys. And I know, like, not taking anything away from the goal, it was a fantastic goal, I've got to mention that, and Iheanacho has managed to grab, I think that's his first goal of the season. Let's just quickly confirm that. It is in the Championship anyway. I'm not sure if he scored in any other competitions at all. But just another comment, guys, I was not controlling Iheanacho in that, and he pulls off a scissor kick, as you would, I suppose. You know, just a little something I was mentioning earlier about their goal. We have actually took the lead here. I completely forgot about that. We need to just be a little bit careful here. I was mentioning their goal about not being able to control players and the game controlling them for you and picking up runs of attackers from corners. There it was kind of like the same situation, but at an opposite extreme. I wasn't controlling Iheanacho because, you know, and obviously you can't control 3 players at once, and obviously I had 2 in the box, and the fact that it kind of like auto controlled him to actually hit a scissor kick, I just think it's a little bit strange. You know, it's very, in terms of attacking, it's a good thing because it provides you with more opportunities to score goals. But from the opponent's point of view, in this case it's the computer, so you know what, they're not going to care, but particularly for online games, it just seems a little bit unfair that automatically a player will pull off a piece of skill like that, because at the end of the day he was never going to score any other way unless he pulled a trick off like that. And I think, you know, if you're playing a game based on your skill of the game, particularly online games, it's a little bit unfair for just having a computer controlled player to be able to pull off a skill like that, whereas it should more be relied on the actual user and the actual player of the game. But you know, I'm not going to go on any more about this, but I've just made my comments clear there about what I think of FIFA 17, and honestly I think it's a brilliant game, but there are just certain areas like that that just confuse me of how the mechanics are working. But anyway, Kearney goes down, we get ourselves a free kick. Let's focus back in the game now. We've got 20 minutes left. We are 2-1 up here against Wigan as Wildschut, Yannick Wildschut, it's a fantastic name, picks up himself a yellow card. So then I think everyone's really played very well. Aaron Lewis has had a solid game. In terms of substitutions, we'll bring Yozabed on and we'll take Piazon off, and we will also bring Sacco in because apparently he's been in good form lately, which, to be fair, he has actually picked up. His performances have started to improve, so we'll bring him on for 20 minutes of the game and just see this game out now, hopefully. So then just 3 or so minutes to go and whatever is going to be added on, but not a lot really happened since we took the lead, which is always good. We're just hopefully going to see this game out this time, although I don't want to jinx it just yet, but we've actually got a chance here. Sacco through, Aluko, there we go, might as well finish that one off. 3-0, 3-1, sorry. Aluko getting his second of the game, I believe. Did he get, no, it was, I don't know who got the opener. Anyway, either way, it doesn't matter. That's a beautiful ball. Sacco there with the assist, the substitution that we brought on. Aluko's going to slot that one home. That's actually a really nice finish as well there. It's his first goal because it was Cabana who got the opener, I do remember now. But that is a really nice finish from Aluko. 3-1. We've sealed this game out finally, because that's been our problem as he gets his 4th goal of the season. Happy, happy days. But there we go. Anyway, that's going to be full time, so it won't matter in the end. We've managed to defeat Wigan Athletic here. The game has finished 3-1. It started off really with Wigan taking the lead, I do believe, early on in the game. Cabana managed to grab the equaliser for half-time. And in the second half, Iheanacho finally grabbing his goal that he much deserved. And to round it all off, Aluko knocks in the 3rd. So a solid performance, a great victory for us to end on for this episode, guys. 3-1 is the final score. Great result all round. Okay then guys, so this is going to be the end of the episode, but just before we do wrap things up, let's take a look at a couple of things. We have a comment here that after 7 games without putting the ball in there, Iheanacho's run of matches has come to an end. Can this be a turnaround as his fortune? Also making his debut last match, Aaron Lewis, I thought played very well, by the way. Congratulations to him. So hopefully Iheanacho is going to kick into gear, but as always, you guys let me know who you want to see starting. Is it Martin or is it Iheanacho? Both now have scored a couple of goals. And I just want to have a look here. So, high selling shirts, Iheanacho now. Yozabed, which is very interesting because he doesn't actually play that much. And Cabana is getting up there as well. So that's quite interesting. A debutant, McDonald. But yeah, those are the 3 who are selling the shirts at the moment. So that's quite interesting. Based on that, I'd probably have to play Iheanacho a little bit more. Because if you look here... financial. There's an interesting. I haven't really looked at this too much. And they want me to finish the season with 2.5 million unspent allocated funds. Transfer budget and wage bill. That seems quite easy, to be honest. 85% sell out, at least 85% attendance, at least 50% of league home games. Oh, that's interesting. We've done that 1 out of 4 so far, which is that's not very good really. We've only sold 85%. I don't know. That was very confusing as to how they worded that. Anyway. Let's not look into that too much. Anyway guys, that is going to be the end of the episode, but just before we do go, let's take a look at the EFL Championship after 8 games have been played for most teams. So Villa there are at the top of the table with 21 points, QPR in automatic promotions in 2nd place, Derby, Norwich, Reading and Brentford currently round out the playoff places, but it's all very, very tight. And we're actually now into 7th place, so if we'd have actually nailed them points against Burton Albion, we'd have been up there, but we're only currently 1 point off the playoff, 2 points off Norwich and Reading. So early days so far, obviously a long way to go, but we've played 8, we've won 3, we've drawn 4 and we've only lost 1, which is fine. We've only scored 9 goals, we've also conceded 5. Goal difference of 4 isn't too bad. At the bottom of the table then it's Wolves, Barnsley and of course Wigan, who are currently struggling, but tight all round really. Anyway guys, that's the end of the episode. Be sure to drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching, and I did that completely the wrong round, but thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe as well if you're new for some more series of FIFA 17 on my channel. Anyway guys, thanks again so much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.